Alright, let's get this going. Just hopping right in. Oh, been a bit since doing any Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. Well, let's get to it. Gonna be quickly grabbing these, get these all open. I've been playing a little bit of the Qualifier so far. Just a little bit. Done a bunch of duels and stuff. So I wanted to see like how everything is looking. It's going okay. It's going okay. We're gonna be seeing how far I can get. I'm going to be changing my deck to what I'm wanting to play. That being the Ice Barrier deck that I have. Hopefully it actually runs well. One card I am probably going to take out, though, is going to be the Synchro Zone. It's not going to help a whole lot against the, I think, a lot of decks now, because Crystron just came out with new stuff. And it's good. It's pretty good. And I don't know how to deal with it. So I think I might stick with this for now. This is my build. It's okay. It's okay. I am going to, yeah, we'll just go. We just go. Should run well. Hopefully, yeah. Okay, going first. Beautiful. If you go first, you have a better chance at winning, but if you go second, you better have like a bunch of board breakers and really solid hand traps. Otherwise, you do basically just... That's how I've seen it so far. That could be a lot worse, but it could also be a lot better. Let's test the waters. No response. Okay. Go Mirror Mage. That's actually not too bad. That's not too bad. Grab Revealer. Normal Revealer. Imperm? Effect Veiler? There it is. How do I want to do this? Let's go Revealer. Discarding Ryo. Imperm, okay. So we got through the Imperm at least. Not the most ideal, but we make through. We make do. You know, Ice Barrier is just one of those decks that when it came out, I absolutely loved how it all has worked, how it's worked so far. The ability to set up multiple, well, a couple floodgates that really help. It helps a lot. Two Imperms! Dude! My gosh! Alright, well, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. Biggest thing for me, I think, right here would be going Lancia. Lancia is the way to go. If we end up losing our fields and we don't die in a battle phase, evenly matched. Arby's Feather Duster is right there too, so I'm surprised they didn't just try to keep the Imperm though. At least one of them. Maybe they have the third. I don't know. So yeah, Lancia pass. It's not terrible, but it's not amazing. The good news about the Ice Barrier decks is that they are relatively strong. Getting out Georges cuts out a lot of different decks, especially like Fiendsmith, a couple things. Salamangrate. Oh, we can play through that. Yeah. But I don't know what to play through first, though. Get out Bailings. Go Ryo. Unless they have an Ash. I drew an Ash, maybe. They're going Gazelle. Okay, sure. We're doing it now, huh? I mean, it might as well, because, you know, they just sent it, so. Okay. Well, we get out Ryo. The moment they summon, I'm going to get out Georges. So, that helps, too. They're able to add the Sanctuary. I don't know what else they'll add. But we'll see what happens. Force them to discard cards. The only issue is that they can link climb, and if they go into the right one, that would hurt us. They can't do Typhon because they only special summoned once from the extra deck. So we're in a solid position right now. Solid position. And then do I wait? I'll wait. Code of Soul. Sure. Force out some stuff. I think another Salamander Grade of Fire. It's been a moment since doing any Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. I really do think that... I think Yu-Gi-Oh is a great game. I seriously do think it is an absolutely great game. But man, it's tough. It's tough sometimes when you have to go against decks that are so meta relevant, so heavy on what they do. And if you don't go first, you just end up getting nailed, and it absolutely hurts. It's similar with Ice Barrier. Ice Barrier has means of, you know, stopping them, obviously. But there's still playability with some of these cards. Like this right here, discarding a card or effect. People can still play through that because they like some decks like to do that. When the barrier is made of ice. For real, actually. For real. Vanishing Revealer. That's interesting. Don't know why they would banish Revealer specifically, but sure, yeah, by all means. Going battle phase. Hitting over Ryo. Dang. Crazy. Alright, well, I guess they now have some effects, though. They've outed Ryo. See? Look at that. They can still out cards. They can't activate Spinny, though. Also, welcome in, Nathaniel. Nice to have some Yu-Gi-Oh buddies in here. They can go into a 4. And then they can go into another 4. There it is. And when he is used, cast Salamander Grid card from your deck to your hand. Already went through battle phase. I don't think there's anything else he can do. Destroy cards up to the amount your opponent rolls. That's rough. That's a pretty good card. Go ahead and activate the Harpy's Feather Duster. Let's force this out now so I can play all my other stuff. Are they not gonna hit my Lancia? Come on, what do you gotta fear? What do you gotta fear? Lancia's just Lancia. He's just a guy. Ice Barrier, indeed. Ice Barrier is one of my favorite decks. I'm going to be doing a variety, though, today. I'm going to be doing more than just one, mind you. I am going to be doing more than just one. Well, that's interesting. Gonna add back the Revealer. Add back Revealer. Normal Revealer. The issue is that they have that Promethean Princess engraved. And that hurts a bit. I'm gonna do this quick. Activates. We're gonna add the Fenrir. There really wasn't any other option I had in this regard. So go battle phase. Let's attempt to attack over it. I'm aiming for them right here to try and... Oh. Oh, never mind then, I guess. I was aiming for them to try and let it get destroyed so that way a new anyone could get summoned, so I could go back to summoning stuff. But I guess not. Let's see what they do. Also, welcome in, Randall. It's nice to have you in here. I wish I could do more. Like, I wish like the games could go a little, like, I just say this because I'm saying it. I wish the games could go faster so I could try and get up to where I need to be before the end of this, like, qualifier first round. Because I really want to try and get farther into this. Because I've never been able to really try to do any of these qualifiers before. Like, I've gone for the gems and stuff. That's really the only reason I did it. But now I'm like, you know, I see a lot of people play, and I'd like to be able to say, like, yeah, I am considered a really good player. I'm considered a pro, one could say. No, I just know certain decks, and then I like playing against other people with my deck when I win. So yeah, what about you guys though? Are you guys playing anything specific to this this format, one could say? Like, is anybody actually playing through the qualifier right now? Right now, Ice Bear is like one of my, it's my fun deck, one could say actually. Spinny special. Go Lancia. They shouldn't have any effects. Good. Then we go and grab Georges. Shut off their graveyard real quick. I might as well do that real quick. Georges effect. Get back out on Mirror Mage. The good news is Georges is a lock on a couple of their cards. Well, mainly their Promethean Princess and also their Raging Abyss. So that helps too. Other than that, though, they can just walk over it. But if they try and do any more special summons, we can get out Ryo. Or just get back out Georges. But I'm going to be going between a few specific decks. I'm going to be doing Ice Barrier. Then I'm going to go to one of my favorite creations of Sprite Agents. And maybe a little bit of Slop, to say the least. What are they going to... We already went through the battle phase. So I'm just going to go ahead... Me doing... If I don't do Georges, they'll get the Promethean off to pop Ryo. So I have to do what I have to do. But now they have a bunch of materials. And I think they're not locked into fire. Dominant Grade doesn't really lock you into anything, as far as I'm aware. So we'll see what happens. Okay. Target a monster on the field, return to hand. That's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna do. You don't, no time to play. You want to build Mimigo though, but you don't play much, so you haven't tried. I probably should look into the new cards that just released. Like, I got a bunch of Mimigul and the Ryo stuff. Ryugi cards. Not as much on the Crystron, which is what I was really aiming for. More water decks. So it's been kind of frustrating. But it's fine. It's fine, man. Not everybody has the time to do this. Technically, I don't have the time to be worrying about this. Like, it's all fun, really, for me. And for me to go and do, well, I got schooling, to say the least. I have school stuff. Oh, snap. Pyro Phoenix, about to wipe my field. Well, not terrible. Not terrible, actually. I do get a couple of effects to go off. Mirror Mage and then Lancia. Let's see, which card do I want to add? I want to add... I'll add a Revealer, I think. Yeah, I'll add Revealer. Then we special out the Trishula. The reason I'm doing Trishula specifically is because if it gets destroyed. Go 0. This should activate. Should it not? not activate? Does activate. Good news is, we are after them, so we get to banish away their annoying stuff. Salamangrate's a cool deck, though. I think Salamangrate's pretty fire, one could say. And then Trishula activates because they destroyed it with Promethean. Boom! And guess what? Now the Promethean is negated because Trishula's effect. And they scoop. Let's go! Sometimes it be just like that. But here's the thing. I went first. And I had a deck that was good against going against them. So we're gonna be losing a few times here, guys. My goal is to try and get as high as I can. I think we'll get to maybe 18. Maybe level 18 before we before I end today, hopefully. That or I just keep losing, I don't know. I don't know how good Mimighoul is. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, it's a 60 card deck. We're looking at either a pile deck, but I think Branded's been the most used pile deck as of late. I'm gonna go ahead and add your Revealer. If they droll me, I can at least use Revealer special. Go and do another medallion. Okay. So if I normal, it might not work. I'm gonna do this. Normal Revealer. Show me an Imperm or an Effect Veiler. No? Alright, show me a Max C, Fool Loss, or Mulch Army. Max C! There it is. Good news for us. We have an Ash. Beautiful! Wiped out one of their cards. Don't know what else they have. They might have like a... Yeah, they might have actually cards I don't want to see. Nibiru kind of hurts my deck, but it also doesn't at the same time. The other good news about this deck is it does not worry about anything like it doesn't worry about bestials and those types of banishments. Obviously, some banishments hurt, but not as bad as other ones. We go Lancia here always. If they go Nibiru, then we can actually use Lancia's effect, get out Trishula, and banish more of their cards, so it gives us options. We go Speaker, Mirror Mage effect, special. Want to get all three. Now I could go into a couple things here, but I'm gonna do 4 here. And I think we're gonna go Crocker Dragon. I could do Trishula right here. Wipe out more of their stuff, but I value the draw more. Because if I draw some specific cards, I can do much more. Let's go and see what they're playing, shall we? Okay. I guess they didn't like me looking at their hand. It was branded, though. I did notice it was branded. Works out for me. Works out for me. Yeah, Triple Tactics Talent is one of those cards that's just too good to not have at least one of in your deck. With how many decks that enjoy going first or second, and you know your opponent's gonna activate some kind of a monster effect, some kind of a hand trap on your turn, you gotta have it. You just got to have it. Same with Thrust, but I don't play Thrust. Oh, this is one of the worst hands I could have had, but it's manageable. Go Unicorn. I could run like full top power Kashtira, I think, in this, or at least what's available, but fortunately I'm locked into this, and this This hand is not very good. This hand is not very good. What the crud is with your name, lassie? Ugh. Icebear is a funny deck. They floodgate you to death, but then they also die to anything. Yeah. Yeah. For real, actually. Last two, you OTK'd it with Trickstar. The thing is, I think Ice Barrier is built in a way that just works. It's a deck that works. Herald. What? I'm gonna take a guess here. That is going to be... I think I know what this deck is. It's gotta be Voiceless Voice. And I don't want them to have that Herald. If they have a Bestial, more power to them. But I'm pretty sure this is... No! No, what? Wait, what? This is to add a ritual. Then why are you running these? Well, super poly targets, that makes sense. Good news is I don't gotta really worry about the super poly as much right now. But what are you running? Level 10s. Even if I got rid of one, it won't matter. So let's get rid of the SP. What are you running? I'm so confused. Actually, now that I think about it, set 10. Isn't this... Is this Argo Stars? But I didn't think they were level 10. Maybe they're playing Waking the Dragon? Oh, it's Ryuji. Okay. Any monster sent to the field of the graveyard is during your opponent's turn is banished. Once per turn, opponent's turn, you place a Ryuji continuous spell. Target to face a monster becomes... Okay. So that's what I'm playing against. It's Ryuji. Alright, well I get to see how the deck plays, I guess. A lot of people are... I've seen this being run a lot. That's 10. It's interesting, but I don't know... Oh. End turn. Fine by me. Got Gamma Seal, so... I'll do that. Tribute off, Cashier Unicorn. Getting out Ryo. Let's go Cashier Birth. Max C. Max C? By golly. Too bad I had two of these. Ah, Max C, you are a funny card. Yeah, they're gonna get a lot of these. I can't take it off the field, unfortunately. That's rough. Let's see here. Once per opponent's turn, you can place one Ryuji continuous spell you control on the bottom of the deck, then target a face-up monster on the field. Its attack becomes 0. Do I want to give him more effects? It might not matter. I don't think it matters even if I banish it away. I won't give him the effect. Get rid of that. Surprised they didn't use this though. Okay, we got it. Oh, that's right. Ryugi plays with a ritual monster. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Alright, so we're now at 17. That's pretty good, guys. That's pretty good. Gained a bunch of gems. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going with it. I guess they bricked. I mean, they had a one card starter with Herald, so... Wow, I'm just going first all of a sudden. That's crazy. Why didn't I get this earlier? It was like getting second like every other time. It was so dumb. Wait, every other time. It's 50 coin flip, what am I saying? 17! We are now at 17. We are on to 18. You know what I don't like though? I think when people see that they aren't going first, they just cut out of the game. So that way it doesn't register. Because they know that if they don't go first, they'll lose. Or they just don't want to deal with the hassle. So, honestly, kind of ridiculous. Fighting against Blu-ray. That is a going second hand, a custom going second hand of all time. My gosh. Are you serious? Oh, all my going second cards are now in one hand. That's terrible. Oh. Live Twin. Live Twin. I think this deck does kill me. Because I don't think there's any cards I can draw that'll be enough to stop them. We go Live Twin, keys to kill. We will attempt to activate Maxi. Nibiru might help me. Nibiru might save me, but... let's see. Also, Live Twin can be played well with Fiendsmith because they do have a Light Fiend in their extra deck. They actually have two. The Kisa Kill and then the Trouble Sunny are both Light Fiends, so we do that. Oh, it's roll. Nope, that's unfortunate. They can't add anymore, so that helps. Special Kisa Kill, okay. This Nibiru is gonna go really well if they don't have ability to stop me. I knew it. I knew it. I figured they had Fiendsmith. Getting out Lacrima. I have to wait till they're done. I have no choice. I have to wait till they're entirely done. Okay. I mean, I did call it too. They are playing Fiendsmith, Live Twin Fiendsmith. Shavara. Oh. Now I have no. Now I kind of have no choice. If I don't do this here, they can get out a Caesar, and then I'm stuck. I have no choice. See, how much of defense do they have? A lot. I'll put it into face-up attack. Looks like they're mostly... I think it's just mostly just a Fiend deck, now that I think about it. You can dispense on chamber deck, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Now we go evenly. Putting it in attack was a bait! No matter which one they decide to keep, I can use Lightning Storm. Plus, I also got the Kaiju. knocking out that, and I got the Pressure Planet Wraiths off as well. Draw. Ooh, that's a good draw. That's a mighty fine draw right there. Alright, let's grab the Fenrir. Yeah, they have nothing. I'm pretty sure they have absolutely nothing. You can't banish the token? Won't matter. I got Gamma Seal. Also, I did not use Lightning Storm here because the moment I got the Revealer, I'm thinking I'll just pitch the Lightning Storm. All right, let's see here. What can we do? I could just go into Typhon. That's also an option, but doesn't do nothing for Fiendsmith stuff. Go Revealer, pitching Lightning Storm. Oh man, I'm eating nice tonight. Woo! Send Mage. Fair Mage. Effect. Grabbing Georges. Activate Georges' effect. Boom. They can't. Oh, they can't. Oh, that's. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. No, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Yeah, you're right. Actually, they can't banish a token because it does need to actually get banished. Huh. That's actually interesting. Let's go into... Let's see, is there anything in Grave I need to be worried about? Not really. Let's go into my main combo. Get out the Lancia. Move it off. 1. 2. There's one more thing I can actually do here, though. I could Kaiju, but I realized I can just do this, too. Let's go discarding Gamma. Popping. And they scoop. Let's go! A going second hand that was able to play through a going first hand. Let's go! That worked out. That worked out. Surprisingly enough, that worked out. Yeah, that's like one of the other things. A lot about the game for Yu-Gi-Oh! Now is to just stop your opponent from playing entirely. That's the only way you can literally just... It's not about trying to, like, one-up one another anymore. It's about just trying to make it so your opponent can't play. And it hurts. And that's not a very good hand. Why go, what crack are you smoking? Please. Oh, man. It's a hot dog or sandwich? No, it's a taco? No, none of that. It's none of that. Well, that's a shame. Stars made with tortillas, not bread. True, they're true. But let's say you put the hot dog inside a tortilla. Is it a taco or is it a hot dog? The questions we like to ask ourselves. I think this one's a loss for us. Oh, voiceless. Sure. Activating the blessing and then activating that. But is a taco a sandwich? You know, I think people are asking the wrong question. Like, why are you even asking such a thing? Let's be very clear. What if you split open the hot dog meat and fill it with cheese and tortilla? Ooh, isn't that just a chili dog? Isn't that just a chili dog? I don't know. I don't know why you guys are asking that, though. That's kind of random. Oh, man. Hold on. I gotta go call by. You gotta stop the Diviner of the Herald. Because they'll get out low, and low allows them to get everything else. As for the Herald of Arclight, they are just able to add the ritual spell or trap, more monster. And I'd rather have to deal with them grabbing the monster Because they may not have the rest of the stuff they need. So, they don't. We live another turn. Or is it taco a hot dog? You know, sometimes I worry about you guys. Oh! Hold on, let me check this real quick. When your opponent would special summon a monster, banish the monster. Adding Fenrir. I can return it to hand. And if I do that, they get out. That hurts. That hurts. Coming back to the game after a long time. How good is evenly matched? Evenly matched is good if I didn't have cards on the field, but I don't think it matters because they have stuff that can stop me. When your opponent would special a monster, return this card to the hand, negate the special summon if you do banish it. The blessing makes it so if a non-ritual is normal special summon face up, ritual summon a light. That's really bad. I'm just gonna have to wait. I think the best choice I have here is just to wait, because Fenrir can't do anything about that. That's rough. Please don't. No, they got it. Well, that's rough. And the good news is, I got Super Poly. Super Poly is my only saving grace right now. Reading that off, getting out Skull Guardian. Voices Voices, I think, is one of those decks that, for whatever reason, is kind of fallen off a little bit. It's not nearly as popular as it was when it first came out. I think it also doesn't help that the rarity is like every main card is a UR, like seriously. But, you know, that's fine. Fine. Looking for hand traps for your Blue Eyes deck and board clears and one for severals are somewhat rare. There's always Rageki. Can always do that. The issue that I have is if I use Super Poly. Well, if I use Super Poly, I live, so I have no choice. I have to go Super Poly here. Discard. Getting out Mud Dragon, so we're gonna get out. We're gonna get rid of these cards. We will live. But it's not great because they have prayers. And they also have Radiance, so they can just shuffle things back to continue playing. Ah. Oh, that is pretty bad. That's pretty bad, not gonna lie. Shuffling back. Then add or special summon a Voiceless Voice. That sucks so much. Shuffling it back and then they can special. Oh boy, we're in trouble. Rageki / Harpies are pretty good for them to Thunderstorm or... Yeah, I agree. I agree. Those are a bit better than it would be if you were to just... Oh, thank you! I appreciate it. Oh man. That wasn't the target and ad. My gosh. Or whatever. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. The issue right here is I could go Fenrir. That doesn't stop them from doing anything. I think I have no choice. I gotta go Fenrir first. I gotta go Fenrir and attempt to activate their effect. I got little to no choice here, unfortunately. I know what they have in hand. It's a Saphira, and I think that is enough play for them to actually out me. That's rough. Do you think I should maybe switch up my... Alright, sure. I'll activate Ice Jade Cradle. Want to stop that? They just negate. It doesn't matter. I'm out. They got me on that. Well, first loss so far, but then again, it was voiceless voice, and that hurt. I didn't have enough follow-up play. So what can I do? Because right now, in the lines of what you're saying for hand traps, I would recommend highly that you get Dominus Purge. That's probably the best hand trap that you can get that's not a monster that also activates triple tactics. Because if you're going to be running mostly just light, earth, and wind cards anyways, boom, this is the card to do. So right now, my deck right now runs a little bit of a package with Kashtira. I wonder if I should switch it up into something else. Just switch these cards into something else. I could do Primite. Primite doesn't help because I need to normal summon out specific cards like Revealer. But I need are like cards I can special summon. And I only run one Lightning Storm in this deck. I could just take it out. But there's so many times when you end up going second that it's almost better to just have it just because it might be better. So yeah. So priced poorly in TCG, but you probably want it. Yeah, true. Drop is probably a 3 of. Dominus Purge is really good. Impulse is a 3 of. I could craft them, but I'm waiting to craft stuff. I'm really thinking that I need to maybe take out some stuff. Ignore that message. Well, too bad. I already read it. What do I do? Like, I've gotten like a few of the other cards. Like, I got Meteoractor stuff. A couple of the Meteoractors might be good at running goblins. Because, you know, level 3 spam. Like, come on. Maybe. Droll is a 3 of. I think right now Droll might be a 3 of. But unfortunately, there are some decks like Fiendsmith that can play through it if they have the like at least one good card starter. That just absolutely ruins you. I don't know. 47 seems high, but you don't know Master Duel meta. Do you know what's worth pulling or adding? It all depends on you, because there is no real deck that's like going to be above all the rest. Because you can have any size of a deck that's still able to beat any other style of deck. I could play stun decks and just ruin somebody else. And, you know, somebody would be like, man, that deck is strong, when in reality, it's not. A lot of times, it's just RNG and what you draw. The reason I have so many cards is because so many of these are still really good to play. Like, one of each of these. I got the 2 callbys with Crossout. Crossout has multiple hand trap targets, which also count as, you know, hand traps from my opponent if I draw them. Ice Shade Cradle. Ice Shades are good. Water's water, you know. Super Poly is almost a necessity. How many decks are being run? Just have to. You're on mobile, can't type very well. You're fine, man. You're fine. Thank you, Yugioh. I'm not going to be gobbling anything right now. Except pizza. I do like myself some pizza. Yeah, and I don't know what to honestly run as other things. Maybe more nibs. There's so much drawing that they're bound to pop off. True. I'll put in another nib. Might put in another Ash, though. Draw penalizing, like, Drolls. Actually, doing another Droll might be a good idea. The other issue is my deck likes to add cards, too, so it's not the most wisest thing to be doing that, so I don't... do Rivalry. Goes in Matrix. There can only... Everybody's a different type, technically. Sea Serpent, Warrior, Winged Beast... Could do this, but then I'm locked out of Aquas. There can only be one, could be a card to throw in. So that way you can't control more than one type of monster, and that might work. It doesn't do much against... It doesn't do... Well, no, it actually can kind of out Blue Eyes. Kind of. Except they have cards that can also out. There can only be one. I'll just put in an extra nib, I guess, then, and just keep going from there. I'm going to be playing a few other decks today. I just want to see how things go. I want to see how all things go. So yeah. I go in second. Well, that's fine. I put in 2 nib. I have 2. Going first. Interesting. That's a pretty good going first hand, not gonna lie. Holy crap. Yeah, let's go medallion. If you're running multiple types, probably gonna get punished as well sometimes. Yeah, that's what I don't want to do. Best combination for Ice Barrier is having at least Revealer and Mirror Mage. These are the best two that you could hope for. But they made me go first, which almost tells me that they are probably playing some kind of a going second deck, and I'm gonna guess Tenpai. Sky Striker Tenpai is it's been a pretty efficient deck for a lot of people. So hopefully I can set up a decent enough board to stop them. We're gonna add a speaker. It's a 1-of that you keep in your deck. You can go Lancia. Lancia should be like one of your first ones that you put up. Because if they nib, Lancia's effect can go off so you can rip a card out of their hand. That's the main reason why you want to go Lancia first. If the concept of going second deck is odd to you, you haven't played enough matches or faced one before. The thing is, if you can find an efficient going second method, you can win most of your duel. The thing about most decks that like going second is they are stuck full of board breakers and 1-ofs. The issue with Master Duel, I think, right now is if you go first, your likelihood of winning is multiplied by significant margin. At least that's what I've noticed. And that's why Tenpai is such a strong deck, and why so many of the cards got nailed. Because if your opponent can't set up a decent enough board, Tenpai just absolutely destroys whatever your opponent's playing. And I'm quite serious about that. Because, yeah, Tenpai is the going second deck of all time. Ancient Gear is a similar one, but not as much as others. Not a bad hand. Not a bad hand whatsoever. We have ability to summon, a pop, a banish, and protection. Super Poly Call By. 4 different interruptions with 2 more available. Now, they could just have evenly, and then I just lose. I just die. Evenly does kill this deck, because I don't got cross out, which would help me. Harpies! Feather Duster. Okay, like I said, board breakers. Board breakers suck. Probably high on cough drops. Dude, are you sick? Oh, I'm sorry, man, if you're sick. That's not good. Talking stronger. I recommend getting a lot of hot liquids. Maybe get like an herbal tea or something. Make sure you're having just, something to help soothe the soreness. You know what I'm saying? Don't think you understand what makes having more one-of cards going second better, or if they are just all bricks that link to each other, or perhaps they are steals or punishes like talents. Tenpai is just easy to use. Sky Striker is better in your opinion. Combine the two and they're great. I think when it comes to any kinds of cards, sometimes you put them in there for the chance, like literally you put it in for the chance that your opponent is going to have something you can't deal with. Oh no! This could be Labyrinth. No, it's not Labyrinth. The card they want to send is going to be the Ice Jade Gamir, then use Ultimates, then use Golden Cloud to put Lancia back. That is awful. 2 cards! Wait, what? What? You got something for... You gotta be joking. Hold on, is this Mimighoul? Could be Mimighoul. Nope, it's Tenpai. It's Tenpai. Well, that's unfortunate. But there might be some hope here. there might be a chance of some hope. Because they have to hit over... They have to hit over Lancia. We might still have a chance at this. Also, you get rid of the one of Chandra. They have nothing else. I knew it. I called it. See what I mean? It's Sky Striker Tenpai. It's a deck I've been running into a bunch, where it's just a bunch of Sky Striker cards that, you know, that help you pop stuff, banish stuff, draw stuff, and then you try and kill with Tenpai. Absolutely ridiculous. There is a chance, though, that if they are not smart here, I could win this. No, I think they got it. I think they know what they're doing now. I think they figured out what to do. Maybe not, actually. Hold on a moment. If they try to attack, my Lancia flips. And if my Lancia flips, I get to special summon. It flips. They take no battle damage. Oh, wait a moment. They can just go into... Well, they can go into Transcendence, but that doesn't help them. Well, no, they can. They can go into the 2 on 2. We might still be able to win this. I don't know. They go into Transcendence, going into it, then a 7, then go into another one of those. That hurts. Now I can't activate anything. Yeah, they got me. Dang it. That sucks. Like, I was completely on the mark, too. Like, the thing with Tenpai, you only need one Tenpai card, except Phaedra, to then go into your entire plays with the deck. Don't think they read Lancia? It doesn't matter. The moment they get out of Transcendent, I can't do anything. Like, makes it so I just can't do nothing. Which absolutely just kills me. And, yeah, Triton Dragonion. It's good. It's good. Sky Striker... Tenpai is good, though. That's rough. It's good. It's a pretty good deck, but some decks absolutely murder them. And I'm very serious about that. Alright, I think it's time to copy from a different deck today. I think I'm going to go into Sprite Agents. It's not like it does any much better than the other cards or whatever. But I want to also try and, you know, have a little bit of fun with one of my favorite decks that I personally built and found a lot of fun with. Beautiful. Attacking, then tributing monster that attacked, then attacking again. That seems really odd. How long have you been out of the loop here, RTJL? It seems odd, but they count as a new monster. Every time they go off and then back on, it's a new monster. Technically. So it's... yeah, it's rough. Oh, look, this guy decided to quit because he wasn't going first. Every time this happens, it's just them quitting so they can try and go first. I wonder if what would happen if I tried that. Oh. Here we go. 20 years, you attended an in-person event a month ago and had to play with your hand open. Like cred. Okay. This hand is not bad, but it dies to one hand trap. Maybe I'm good. Normal out agent mystery. Activate agent. They stop it. Adding creation. stopped playing Synchro Xyz, or when it came out, it was like 2006. I actually don't know when that came out. Let's go get out Sprite Jet. The reason why I like this is because of the synergy with the Sprite cards and the Agent cards. They just work really, really well. It's okay, RTJL. It's fine. To be fair, I didn't really get started to playing this game until like, when was it? Like it was a few years ago when Master Duel actually came out, because there really wasn't any real way. There wasn't like a really good way to be playing Yu-Gi-Oh if nobody else played. That's why it's actually really nice being able to come to the game and actually play. It's not they don't have Ghost Ogre. It's not Max C. They would have already activated it in response to that. Chandragleer. Okay, so we got... Ooh, it's this deck. Okay. Okay, hold on. Hold on. It's Furniture Build Labyrinth. That's really bad. Look at the top 3, place them on the deck in any order. Ooh, this is bad. Labyrinth is pretty good. I could play Labyrinth, actually. Trap Trick. Sure. Okay, so hold on. They looked at the top 3. I'm assuming they have it. Set it to your field, otherwise send it to the graveyard. That set can be activated this turn. Ugh. Okay, hold on. Is that the Yu-Gi-Oh equivalent of camping? No, so much as it is a pretty efficient stalling strategy. Stun deck of sorts. They're using Trap Trick now, though. Why? The thing is, if you use Trap Trick, you're locked into only one more trap after the turn resolves. So, I would assuming Dharma Karma Cannon. Yep. Dharma Karma Cannon, so that way they can put all my stuff face down. And that really hurts my deck. Actually, that really hurts. You're a lab hater, but lately you find the furniture build cool. Fill the equation, please. The equation is probably the biggest issue, yeah. Oh, that is absolutely terrible. Top card is going to be a trap. I know it is. So if I ash it here, I can stop them from grabbing the trap, and I think that might be a better option. I gotta stop them before they can get any more plays. Just set the Sprite double cross and end my turn there. I have a wall at least, but it doesn't do much against frickin' this deck. The other issue with this deck that going against it is once it gets started, it's really hard to stop it with their destruction effects, the different traps that absolutely annihilate certain decks. And they drew another one. Of course they did. Oh, and they got Big Welcome. Well, I know exactly what they're doing. Yep. Gosh dang it. If I could just go in without any issues. If I can go in without having any hand traps happening. But that is actually a pretty good build, though. The Absolute Batjack is kind of a really good card. Yeah. Got an Equation Cannon or from a tournament pack. Nowhere near the stage where you try to use that. The best, like, here's the thing. You can use that card in almost any deck, but the best deck is any trap deck like Labyrinth. Labyrinth making any normal trap, like, stupidly good is kind of stupid. The issue now is they get to pop a card off the field. They can use Lovely to reset either the Big Welcome or the Dharma Cannon. But Lovely is going to end up popping a card. They get back their Chandragleer. I'm in trouble, to say the least. But it doesn't mean I'm done yet. I'm not done just yet. They gotta pop a card. Let's do which one they pop. Popping Sprite Double Cross. That's actually fine, because there's no way I can use this legitimately without issue. Normal summon Chandragleer. What are we targeting? Targeting Welcome. Well, I guess it makes sense. Leave the Big Welcome. And now they can just walk over most of my monsters. That hurts. That hurts a lot. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. Keep it on. With a little protection effect of the Sacred Waters. Yeah, they're gonna be able to pop literally like all my stuff here. And that absolutely hurts. Return back to hand. Pop a card. Then pop another card. Summon out with this. Grab Ariana. That's actually a good card. Will they or won't they? I don't know. Find out. Kind of feel like Blue Eyes leans into traps with True Light Tyrant, but don't know if it's a trap deck. You also have a transaction rollback, so you can be played with another equation, but yeah, that's true. Well, the issue with like Blue Eyes is that it has so much availability. I think they've stopped holding back for Blue Eyes. Because like Blue Eyes only runs 2 main traps, and even then they're like one-ofs. True Light, and then the Majesty, or whatever it was called. They literally only play those. They only play those cards specifically. And unless they're playing the Purge, which usually they do now because of how good the Blue Eyes is. Blue Eyes is, yeah, it's just a good deck. Alright, they're going Welcome. They're going to be able to pop 2 cards here because of the Labyrinth card. They have Big Welcome to return a card to hand. It's going to be rough. Trap Tricks, Paleo, or Trap Decks. Oh, that's true. I forgot about Trap Tricks. Even though it's in their name, but yeah. True Light, Majesty just went down to 2 imperms, and you're considering a maining Skill Drain. Purge also on the watch list. Skill Drain's not terrible. Skill Drain is not a terrible option. I mean, it's obviously terrible for whoever you're playing against, but... Oh. Okay. They have a card right there. What did you add? No, you drew. Okay. There might be a way to win this, actually. But I have to force something out here. Have to force something. And I don't like it. I think my best option is this. Let's go Gigantic. Let's see if I can play through this. They are probably going to attempt... I bet they're going to just do it like they are. They're going to go... Big Welcome, return to hand. If they return it to hand... Which they are doing... I have full combo. Alright, let's break a board! Okay, guys, let me show you in this PSA how to properly play agents. I activate Agent Life Neptune. We're going to be specialing out specifically the Agent of Creation Venus. Unfortunately, I have lost one of my Shine Balls, but I still have 2 more in the deck, which still gives me options. Let's go, paying 500. The best thing they have is the Chandragleer, which does not actually help them right now. The only effect they have for activation is Chandragleer. So when it comes to my extra deck options, I have quite a few cards. And I think I should be able to... I can out their field by going into... let me think here. I can go out the field with Ninja Mosquito. They're going Chandragleer. Pitching Chandragleer. Alright, sure. This will be funny. Unfortunately, I lost one of my balls. Okay. Okay, I know that I lost one of my Shine Balls. I lost one of these. I lost one of my beautiful mystical Shine Balls. I also got it in glossy, which is very nice. My glossy ball. Bad. Alright. Let's get out a mystical Shine Ball. Get another Shine Ball. Now, what I can do here is a couple things. I can go into a Sprite play. I can, like, just go full-on Sprite and out there a lot of their stuff. It's an option. The other thing I can do is just clear their field with Ninja Mosquito. Because I am running both the Down Nerd and the Zeus. I can get 2 board wipes. And that absolutely annihilates their deck. The other option is I can go into a Sprite play, but I don't think the Sprite's going to be enough. So I think the best option here is Ninja Mosquito. I just need to clear off their field and then hope I can draw a card that helps me here. Yeah, let's go battle phase. Not activating it. Main phase 2. We go Down Nerd. And we go Zeus. I am clearing away my Agent of Creation Venus. So that's fine. I'd rather clear their field so I don't have to worry about anything else. Alright, let's see what they had set. Oh! Oh, that is nasty! Okay, so that's, yeah. Alright, clean board state. Nothing on their field. Hopefully they don't draw any 1-card starters. We can still win this, but we have to draw a 1-card starter. We have a lot of them. Oh! Oh my gosh, that is the best, probably one of the best draws I could have gotten. Activate Agent of Destruction, Venus, paying 1,500. They might have an Imperm here. They perhaps something in hand. They have something activatable in hand. It's not a, it's not Nibiru, so we know that. And now I have all the cards I would ever need. All the cards I would ever need. I'm gonna do something kind of funny here, actually. We're gonna go Agent Moon. Sending the Majesty Hyperion. Majesty Hyperion, banishing away Agent of Life Neptune. Neptune effect, we're adding the Sacred Waters in the Sky. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have nothing. We go attack position. We are going to go into a card I do actually get out every now and then. Psychic and Punisher. This card is good because I pay life points with both Agent Creation Venus and Destruction Venus. And they scoop! Let's go! And that is Sprite Agents. And that was a Labyrinth deck. My gosh. Having to fight Labyrinth decks is, like, kind of scary. Because the moment they start going, it's really hard to stop them. Especially if they can, like, set specific traps from their deck. Then I don't know what to do. But I got it. We take what we can get. Yeah. You can only fit so many in this, but... yeah, I like it a lot. I like the deck a lot. And that is a going second deck of all hands. Okay. Oh. Alright, sure. Distribute a card to add a card. Oh! Oh, phooey. It's Diabell. I'll let it go. I'll let it go. It's Snake Eyes. So we're going to be dealing with Snake Eyes as a Mina, is what I'm seeing. Activating it. Go Foolos. If they don't have a card to stop it, we can at least get a draw, which replaces whatever we would have gotten. That's rough. That's even rougher. That's even worse. Ah. Yeah, by the way, these cards right here, like, this card is an expensive card in the TCG in the real world because it's a one-card starter. Oh, they're going for that. Sure. Ricielago? Gonna have to ash that though. Best of luck, sub drop, take care. Hey, I appreciate it, man. You have a good rest of your day, okay? I'll be doing more streams eventually. I'm probably gonna be doing one tomorrow, but we'll see what happens. See what happens. So you have a good rest of your day, man, if you're gonna be going. And I appreciate the sub too. Normal summon Oak. To get out of Flamberge, of course. At this point, you don't know what's worse, Snake Eyes or White Forest. Obviously, so... obviously, yeah, I get what you're saying. That is so bad. I mean, I got evenly matched, so I got that going for me, but man, that sucks. I don't have any monster starters, so I'm kind of locked out of a lot of options here. This is gonna be really bad. Like, really, really bad. Put up the Snake Eye, Diabell Star. They can't do their other effect to special out now. Well, no, they can. They can. Oh, this is gonna be rough. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I got Harpy's Feather Duster. Great. Sure. Lovely. That doesn't do anything because evenly matched is just better to use. Because it wipes out all the cards that we would have in back row. It doesn't help. The other issue is, like, if I don't get a single one-card starter, okay. My one-card starters are only two different options right now. First one is going to be Agent of Creation Venus. That is the best one-card starter I could get for my deck. Second best is Diviner of the Herald, which does essentially the same thing. It's just not as well. And that is a... it's Fiendsmith. Fiendsmith, Snake Eye, Azamina. Who's playing Slap today? They're playing the same stuff. It's good. Okay, it's very good. But the cards are very versatile. They help. It's just the fact that everybody plays these cards. It's like, come on, give me some diversity. I want to see some other things. Like, give me, like, Speedroids or something. I want to see some people pop off of those. If I'm going to have a deck like this, dang, like, come on, guys. Have some variety. Like, not play every variety of deck imaginable in one single deck. No, give me something unique. I want to be able to look at that and like, okay, hold on, wait, what? I want to be able to look at that, see that. You know what I'm saying, guys? Nope. Good news is, Harpy's Feather Duster is now important. I can use Harpy's Feather Duster in an attempt to try and get rid of their back row and have them forced to negate it. And then I can just evenly map. Now, I don't know if they have any spell or trap negation available. And it won't matter at all if I don't draw a one of starter. It won't matter. So unless I draw my one of starter, I will lose this duel. Badly. Like, badly. There's Desiree. They can go 1, 2, 3, 4, Appaloosa. If they go Appaloosa, that kind of hurts. But it's not terrible. No. Promethean Princess. Really? I'm assuming they're going to get back out Flamberge. I think the biggest issue with a lot of people against these decks specifically is there's no real one good way to out it. Like, if you had Droll, sure. If you had Ash and at the right time when they had nothing else, sure. But there isn't enough other things that would work. I'm sorry, what? They negated Promethean Princess so they can actually do more special summoning. Except with fire monsters. Okay. Sure. Why not? 2 8s. What are you gonna go into? Harbinger? No. Now they go into Appaloosa. Sure. Sure. Putting up the IP. This might be a little funny. Anything else? Nope. That's it. Okay. Well, what do we got? We got a Promethean Princess in the grave. We have Link Karibo. They set the 1 card. Draw. Dash. That is not a 1 card starter. I wish I... Alright, we try and force out a couple things. The biggest thing when we want to force out is this Desiree, though. There it is. They should not have anything else, as far as I'm aware. They're going to go into IP, which allows them to go into SP, which I'm fairly certain they're going to attempt to do. But I got what I was aiming for. Battle phase. Can't activate IP. This evenly is gonna go hard. Let's see what they keep. If it were me, I would keep the Snake Eye Flamberge. Everything else, forget it. Keep the Flamberge, because if I special summon, Promethean Princess goes off, and they can get their Snake Eye stuff back out. But at least I'm outing a majority of their stuff now. They kept you. Really? They kept you. They probably think that that would be enough. Not really. I would just end turn. I mean, to be fair, they only need to summon 1 monster, and then they can go into the rest of their Fiendsmith stuff, but they lost their main card with the Desiree. Let's see what else they do. They gotta have... They're gonna have something. Shuffle it back. Still need to, they still need to have a card to do it. They might get Diabell. They might just add Diabell. I have Diabell right now. Nope. Okay. 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 That's it. Good. Please give me a 1 card starter. Just give me Venus, please. It's not good enough. I will set the double cross and hope that we just draw one card. They only need to draw like 1 good card and then I'm dead. So, yeah. Battle phase. Okay. Please, just... Any level 2. Any level 2 would be good. Are you kidding me? No! Setting the Ash. This is absolutely terrible. Ugh. All of a sudden, well, to be fair, I'm running like 50 cards in my deck. Actually, like 55 cards in my main deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 55 cards in the main deck. There it is. Well, it didn't matter. They had Apollosa, so even if I did try to Ash it, they would have just stopped it. That hurts a lot, because that should be enough for them to just win now. Because they can go into literally anything. Requiem gets them. Beansmith, target, send. No, it's not worth it. They got me on that. Dang it. And to be fair, good hand, but drew the wrong cards. I might actually, you know what? I'm going to adjust that deck then. Because cross out, I don't think is going to help enough here. Like, I drew cross out of all things. Pfft, that didn't do nothing. Call by would have been better to draw at that point. If I get rid of Imperm, I'll keep one Imperm. Everything is like level 2s that work with everything else. Everything else is like essential, kind of, for its own, for reason. That hurts. That hurts. Hurts a bunch. Alright, going first. Hopefully they don't have any hand traps or max C or anything else. Like, here's the thing. For my deck, and mainly just sprites in general, it just dies to max C or any type of thing that allows them to special summon. So, yeah. And this hand could have been a lot better, but what can you do? Go Agent of Mystery. Oh, that is terrible. Do this. Agent of Life Neptune. Tries Hierarchia. Distribute off. Activate Neptune. Now, I could go into Sprite plays, and it might not be a bad idea, or I can go into just Psychic and Punisher and just sit on him. And that might be a better option. But Double Cross is in my hand. But I actually don't know. Let me look here. Could activate the Sanctuary in the Sky. I could also Double Cross. Nah. I think it's better if I go Psychic and Punisher. There's actually a lot of decks that aren't able to out one monster at times. So I'll just sit on a Psychic and Punisher. Finisher ranking number 3? Well, Punk did get a boost in support. What I'm saying. Let's see if Psychic and Punisher can carry us. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Kashtira! I think I'm fine. If it's just Kashtira, they can't out me. Now, if it's Kashtira, maybe with, like, Voiceless Voice, I am outed, because it can be destroyed by battle. But it's a big guy! Surely they can't out me, right? Oh. Voiceless Voice can out it. Kashtira can't. Anything that can get a monster bigger than 4,000, basically bigger than it, can out it. Unfortunately, my life points are not lower than what they could be, so that doesn't help. It is Kashtira. Oh. And they banished away my 1 of Carrot and 1 of Hyperion. Gosh dang it. That hurts. I think there's only one way they can reasonably, and I say reasonably, out Psychic and Punisher. They need to crash one of their monsters, and then special summon. I can use that Ash Blossom. Why not? I'll use Ash now. All they need to do is run into Psychic and Punisher, and then they can just banish it away because life points will be lower. So this will be rough. Not the Sprite Elf, but that's my boy. Sprite Elf is so nice. What did he do to you? Come on. The Sprite Elf is so nice. I mean, look at him. He's just having fun. To be honest, I really think they should call this one Sprite Jet, because he actually has like jet stuff on him. Like, I think a lot of the naming scheme for all the sprites is a little weird. This is Carrot? No, I think this one needs to be named Red, because the other sprite card that it's related to, this is orange and looks like it's shaped like a carrot. It's got the triangle form. That should be Sprite Carrot. This should, I think, be Sprite Elf. It makes better sense that way. I don't know. Well, they have outed my Psychic and Punisher that way. Dark Arm Dragon. Yep, that is an option. They can now pop the Psychic and Punisher. Same thing. Surprised actually seeing a person actually use this right now. Alright, I gotta draw a 1-card starter. That is not it. Well, that's game. That is absolutely game. There's nothing I can do. They can go Birth, special out Fenrir, add back another Rise Heart. I've been outed. I've been outed. That hurts. Like, Sanctuary in the Sky is a card I don't want to draw. Double Cross is not bad to draw, but I don't want to see it if I don't have any better card in hand. Yeah, it's not worth it. They got me. Dang. My Sprite agents aren't doing too hot right now. But to be fair, if they went first, I would also lose anyways. If they went first, I would have lost because a Rise Heart just kills so many decks. Yeah. Let's try going first again. Come on, let me combo off. I want to have fun with my combo deck. I don't know what'll happen. Oh, did the person leave? Every time. Every time. They just leave. They're like, nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep resetting until I get to go first. And then have a higher chance of winning. Yeah, communication timed out. Likely. Very likely. Maybe I need to go over and just, I could just switch my deck here. I could switch my deck into something else. Oh, look! Actually, what? I'm going to try this out. I'm gonna go out, let it run a little bit, and let's see what ends up happening. Because that's like one way you can stop your opponent from being able to get you know, go first. I could do that. I'm testing it out here though. Oh my gosh, would you look at that? It's as if there wasn't even a duel happening. That's ridiculous. That's stupid. That is like very stupid. It's like one way a person can actually get past everything. I actually am going to put in 1,000 gems real quick, because why not? Maybe I'll pull some of the stuff I need. You are. Nice. We'd like to see those. What do we got? Gosh, I already have like 3 Mistvas. What I'm really wanting are the Crystron at URs right now. Like that one! That is a Crystron UR I really did want to see. Thank goodness! Thank you so much. If I maybe if I pull enough of the stuff, I'll just build Crystron. Play that through the event. I also need to look at the Meteor Reactor stuff, because I think there's so much potential for a deck for that. Maybe go Slime. Look here. Interesting. Very interesting. I guess the Mimighoul stuff, they're all flip monsters, so I guess that would be a unique deck to make. Exigard. Second Exigard is not terrible. Don't know how many you actually want to play, but it's not bad. What we got here? Another slime. I'd like to see it as a royal. I would love to see it as a royal, though. If I get a royal, I'll definitely make the deck and play it. If that was a royal, my gosh. On there. Come on, give me something I can use here. That's Selefner. Already have my full playset of that. I need the UAs! I need the UAs! That's an SR, but that's a Mimighoul Archfiend. I do have one, but... Card is no more special summon. You can change your face down monster on the field as a face-up attack or defense. I think if you wanted to play the game by yourself, Mimighoul is the deck to play with, because you just give it to your opponent and then activate all their effects. It's an option. Got like one of each for each of the different things here. It's not terrible. You know what? I'm actually gonna look at some of the stuff though. Let me look here. Where? Sorry, a little intermission. Gonna be building stuff. Let me go and do this real quick. Why is that person? Dismantle selected cards. We don't need these. Don't need that. I don't need this. I don't really care about glossy stuff. It doesn't help a deck. So it actually gives us some dust. Gives us enough for one more. Let's look at the Meteor Reactor stuff. Because it's all level 3s, right? We could run it with goblins. Could run Meteor Reactor goblins. Idea. What do we actually have here? But you would need to run it with level 3 normal monsters, I think. And they have like one in the form of Prima. Meteor Reactor. Seize monsters you control gain a seize 100 attack for each material on the field. Targeting seize, attach this card to its control and draw a card. That's actually pretty good. Honestly, that's honestly pretty good. You could run it with Primite, just because it's a normal monster. It's not terrible, but unfortunately, it's not level. Unfortunately, Primite is not level 3. If it was level 3, dang, that'd be like prime pickings. But no, it's not. The other card necessary for this deck is this one right here, Meteor Reactor Meltdown. You can only use this effect once per turn, but the other one, not terrible. Because it allows you to get cards out of your deck and into your hand. You excavate the top 6 cards, and if you do, add an excavated Meteor Reactor card to your hand. Also place the rest of the cards on top of your deck in any order. Then you can add a card attached to a rank 3 Xyz monster you control to the hand. Then, if your Xyz monster activates effect, you can attach the top card of your deck to one Meteor Reactor Xyz monster you control. If there's a card that's really ideal to have on an Xyz monster, there you go. I think one of them is like the like a Astro Karibo. I think that's one that you really do kind of want on an NXT's monster. Maybe. We got 3 of these. Interesting. Very interesting. I wonder if there's like a deck list that I could look up that would give me a good basis of how the deck is supposed to be built. Then I can just build it however I want. Woo! Bless me. Maybe. Well, let me look at Crystron too, because I think I have majority. I have most of the Crystron stuff. I think I'd want to make. I think I need at least 1 more Esqueletus and then 2 more of the Tristaros. This is like one of the main cards you'd want. Because you could normal summon this, your opponent activates anything, go in and do an Synchro Summon. Yeah, but I don't know. I got the 3 that you need for inclusion. Unfortunately, Hakufibrax is not available. But to be fair, Crystron Hakufibrax has been... It can go into any tuner deck. And that's the reason why it gets, like, hit. Because it doesn't have any... like, restrictions. This is a card that I really think could come back if they put some kind of an errata on it. Some kind of an errata that actually locks into something, you know? Remember when Materia Reactor was an archetype of only 2 cards for several years? Yeah, that was kind of weird. That was like very, very weird. And I don't know why they made it like that. Maybe they thought people would be like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be the next big thing. But, like, let me look at the Mimighoul stuff. Mimighoul, I got most of the stuff. I just don't got the makers. And I'm pretty sure you want 3 of these, and that's why it's a UR. Got 2 of the Masters, though. I think this is one you want, right? Level 4. Out of Mimighoul, actually, I guess this would be a... This is what you want be 3. You want a 3 of that. Only 2 URs in the deck, though. That's... Okay. Maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but I think each deck should be built around only having, like 2 to 3 UR cards. Depending on how many cards are actually in the deck. Like, the actual archetype itself. Like have a few cards that are, like, obviously your main starters, the ones you want to see, the best cards that make the whole strategy work. Have those be the UR. And then everything else, have it just be lower rarity. Like, SR is usually fine. Rares and commons, I would think we need to see more rares and common cards. I really think there needs to be more rare and common cards. Otherwise, everything just... Like, what's like look at this. What's the point of having all this if I can't actually, you know, use the stuff? Like, look at this. If I do, like, all the ones I don't have, I have literally, like, 1 of every single card. I have at least 1 of every single card. I'm grabbing this just as an example. I have every R and N card. Because of how long I've been playing, they need to do something with this CP stuff. My idea? If they want to make it, like, actually worth doing it, every 1,000, like, maybe have every 1,000 be, like, 10 SR dust, right? Like, every 1,000 of R can be, every 1,000 be 10 SR dust. Every 10,000 can be 10 SR dust. I just want there to be a reason to even have all this stuff, because there's no point. It's like a waste of resources. Use the resources. It's like when you're cooking. Like, if you get a potato and you, like, peel off your potato, you know, what are you gonna do with the potato skins? You can turn them into a stew. You could fry them up, even eat them like French fries. You could make a hash browns with them, you know? There's stuff you can do. This is a waste of resources. I have literally every normal and every common and rare card in this game. And the newest set just came out. So why don't we just make normal and rare common and rare cards more accessible? Maybe make some strong cards be like rarity, like help a player out. Like, come on. I mean, yes, some decks already were like that. Look at all the Crystron stuff. Crystron, majority of the cards, the main deck stuff, was commons and rares, with a couple SR cards, and then your main boss monster being a UR. Like, UR SR. It makes sense, right? I think one of the issues nowadays is that we're not really getting decks so much as we're getting engines. For Tenpai specifically, you only have so many cards. Like, this is the amount of cards you can have. That's not a deck. There are only a few archetypes I really think can actually be made into a deck. Blue Eyes is one, and surprisingly enough, it's actually insanely good right now. But look at this. Tenpai is just something you can splash into any deck, even with the limits and such. It's cracked. It's absolutely cracked. The other thing is, nobody even plays this other card. Like, what's this? Sengen Furo. Nobody plays this. This is the first time I'm reading this card, actually. Once per turn, when a monster is destroyed by battle involving your fire dragon monster, you can target one of those destroyed monsters. Special summon it to your field in defense. Honestly, that's not too bad, honestly, if you did play it. But nobody plays it. Because, what's the point? It doesn't do anything. And then it says, during your opponent's end phase, you can pay 1,000 LP, then target one Sengen spell trap in your graveyard, set it, but banish one that leaves the field. It doesn't matter, because if Tenpai gets to play, you're dead anyways. You're just dead. And here's the other card. Nobody plays the Kaiho during your main phase. During the main phase, sorry. If all monsters you control are fire and dragon monsters, minimum 1, and your opponent controls more monsters than you do, end the main phase. If 3 or more attacks have been declared this turn, you can banish this card from the graveyard, draw a card, then you can special as many Tenpai dragon monsters from your hand. This is a good card, but nobody plays it. Nobody plays it! Like, it's the fact that they made all of the other cards so good for what they are worth, you don't even need the rest. And that hurts. Like, let's look at another deck. Fabled. Fabled is one of those decks that, like Ice Barrier, got all these cards that do, like, generic different things that even aren't, like, really strong. But you can build a full-on Fabled deck with this. Maybe it's not the best, no. But you could. You could still play these cards. And unfortunately, the only cards that really get used nowadays, Flurry. Flurry is the only card that reasonably gets played now. Now, there did get a set release for new Fable stuff. But I almost assure you, 99% of the time, if people are going to be playing Fabled, they're probably just going to be playing Fabled Lurie with Fiendsmith. That's the deck strategy right now. Because guess what? The rest of the Fabled cards are not that good, unfortunately. Everybody wants to play what's good and not what's you know, different. I don't know. I mean, I can't blame anybody. I really cannot blame anybody who plays a deck that is designed to win, because everybody wants to win. There's a reason why you only play specific cards, like this one, for example. But, you know, end of the day, kinda wish that we had some better options. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fix mine. Back to here. Looks like... There we go. So, I don't know. I think there are some cards that are slept on. Obviously, there are many cards that are slept on. And I wish they were better, but they're not. It sucks, and it hurts, you know? We have all these cards, and they'll never get played. Now, I do like certain cards that make cards available. So, if you could do, like, let's look at this through a different lens. Fiendsmith. Light Fiends, alright? Light Fiends. This card right here, add a Light Fiend and discard it. It's almost like, this is like a custom card you would want for Fabled specifically. But if you go into Light Fiends, the Light Fiend monsters are either Magical Musketeer, which is actually another deck that kind of gets slept on. You got Magical Musketeer, Fiendsmith, Duston, for whatever reason. Then you have like Kuriboh, Kuriborn, for whatever reason. You have a couple of the Live Twin cards, which is a cool synergy. But though, guess what the main cards that could use it? It's Fable. Because almost all of their cards are Light freaking Fiends. Like, this is like the best card you could have that adds and then discards. Add any Light Fiend, discard it for effect. So I'm honestly surprised there's not more Light Fiend decks that utilize more of the Fabled stuff. Like, why not? Well, that's because of the cards that came with Fiendsmith. Literally almost every single card in the Fiendsmith engine that you have in the main deck is a 1-card combo starter. Normal summon out Lacrima, send Engraver, special out Requiem, special out the other Engraver. Then you can special out Engraver onto the field by you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's less about making a deck on certain archetypes and more of a pile of different engines. Engines is literally, this is literally the time of engines rather than decks. Crystron though, let's look at Crystron. Crystron just got support, and man, it's good support, making the deck actually able to run as a deck. You can run like 2 ofs of a lot of these cards, 3 ofs on specific ones because of how good they are, and then you're able to run it, and it's good. It's a Crystron deck is literally Crystron. Blue Eyes is another one, but unfortunately, what the Pry Time? But now you have something else that makes so many other decks available, but unfortunately, it's not being played for probably what its intended purpose was. Look at Primite. Primite is one of those decks, or I should say engines, that has a lot of potential and makes almost any normal monster a viable strategy. Unfortunately, most viable strategy right now is with Blue Eyes, and that's why Blue Eyes Primite, one of the top decks I think we've had for a long time, considering what we have to face again. The only issue with this, though, most people are not playing even half of these cards. They're playing just this. This is all they're playing, just this little engine. Because everything is about having a 1-card starter and not about playing a deck. Because unfortunately, you need to have multiple 1-card starters in your hand to be able to play through all the different hand traps that we have. And that's the other issue that you have to deal with. Like, look at this. I can build a deck right here, real fast, real easily, with just this right here. Look at that. That's 2 engines. I don't even need this card. I can get rid of it. I can just, boom, gone. And then I can put in, oh, what else could I put in? Oh yeah, Dippity. A Light Fiend normal monster, which pairs well with Primite, making Primite plays available the next turn and Drill Beam online. Most people aren't even playing the Roar. They're playing like maybe 1 or 2 Drill Beams. That's 2 engines. It's absolutely cracked. And even then, you can even go even further. Like, what's another little engine you could run? I don't know. What's another deck you can run in this? Because normal summon out Primate Ethel Barrow Dragon. Set. Activate. Add. Then you can go and special out the Dippity if you want. I mean, it does have the restriction that if you do that, you can't activate any more special summon monsters on the field this turn. It doesn't matter if the other cards in your hand are engine that allows you everything. I don't know why I'm ranting like this. I hate the fact that it's so good that I also enjoy running it when I get the right hands. But we also have another issue. Most of these cards are all URs. There is a rarity issue going on with Master Duel right now. Most of the cards you want to run are URs. And that sucks. URs are the biggest thing. If you aren't running like 50 URs, you're not going to win. Just not going to win. If you're not playing the meta deck of the day, you're not going to. I don't know, guys. I'm rambling. I'm ranting. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really should be just getting back to actually playing the game, you know, trying to climb. But it's hard. Like, oh yeah, here's another one. Azamina. There's another one you can run. One of this, one of that. You could even run two of that with one of this. And then there. An Omni Negate. Easily. Done. And you know what? If you want to go even a little bit farther, let's add a little bit more spice so you can even find it faster. Add 3 Diabell. Send anything. And boom. You have 3 options. An Omni Negate option. Option to get you your Omni Negate. An option for a negate / banishment. An option for many negates. Oh my gosh, it's just the battle of the engines. It's not the battle of the deck so much as the battle of engines. Like, who can out-engine the other person? Blue Eyes is a different type of deck where you can run just Blue Eyes and not even have a single bit of the Primite stuff. But the better deck is with Primite. Because Primite is able to immediately get you a really strong card. And it allows you to get access to Blue Eyes real fast. And let's say your opponent wants to, I don't know. Let's say your opponent is able to, you know, you normal summon Barrel, get load, you activate load, but unfortunately they ash your load so you can't add your Drill Beam. Well, guess what? Primite is an instant card to go into Spirit. The synergies are so good, there's a reason people play it. Now, I'll be very clear here. I could also be playing Blue Eyes. I very well could. I really, really could. I could build up all of Blue Eyes and play that generic deck that it is starting to become in my mind. I just don't want to. It's not fun. Like, I could build so many different options of decks. That's crazy. There's not one deck that's going to rule them all. It's not right now. Cheerlement was like tier 0 with the Shizu stuff when it came out. You could also run it with Shadal stuff. And if you're able to get out Winda, that hurts. That hurts a lot of decks. And even if you did manage to play through all their stuff, you still have to deal with everything else. I like Primite. I like the concept of Primite. I think it's really good. But it's not really being played for its intended purpose to make any normal monster viable. It's really just thrown into the next meta game. It's not really a rogue option anymore because it's been thrown into so many other decks. Now, if I wanted to, let's say, make a deck that focused on specifically Primite, that utilizes the Primite stuff, the Primite engine, then I would be wanting to run the Primite Imperial Dragon, which nobody runs, by the way. Nobody runs it. During your opponent's main phase, reveal this card in your hand, immediately normal summon a Primite monster, level 6, and it can be instantly normal summoned. Kinda cool. And this might actually be a viable strategy now, because it can play past a lot of the decks that like focus on special summoning. Alright, this right here. Negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls. That's pretty strong. That's pretty strong. And then banish all monsters your opponent controls same type or attribute as a normal monster in your graveyard. Guess what? Only real monster you'd really want to be running this with is either light or dark. There can be a case for water right now and fire. Light, dark, water, and fire are the main ones. Those are the main ones you'd want to run it with. Because wind and earth are not very viable right now. Yes, Adamant Spader got Black Dragon, but even then, that's still not enough. Because Black Dragon is mostly an extension for other earth monsters that go into other types of monsters and other attributes of monsters. Like, so much potential for these decks. Just not enough. Like, if I wanted to do this, like, let me try this out. Let's say I wanted to run 3 of these. I'm doing this because I was gonna build them up anyways. So let's say I wanted to run a full-on Primite deck that focused on normal monster, right? Everybody knows Ether Barrel, but what if I actually played Primite? Let's look at normal monsters. What are my options? Let's look at the URs. Dark Magician, Blue Eyes, Neos, On Eyes, but Red Eyes would be cool. Red Eyes is cool. Make Red Eyes strong again. But, nothing amazing. We could run it with Summon Skull, which that is also run in some decks. You could run it with Kanan, Sword Mistress. You could do Gemini Elf. Definitely could. Don't know why that's an SR, but I guess it was. For whatever reason, I don't know. Play with Cleafort. I'm sorry, I'm just rambling. I really shouldn't be stressing as I am. But there's so much potential for so many different decks, and yet they're not being played. And it's hard because you don't play the decks that are the meta relevant, the tier 1, tier 2, tier 0, or whatever decks they are. It doesn't matter what you run because you'll lose. Like, there's just no point. That sucks. Sucks a lot. And I wish there was more viability with more decks, so it didn't matter what you played, you still had a winning chance. Unfortunately, there's not as many options in it. I could just build a full-on normal pendulum deck, you know? Like, I could, like, throw in a bunch of normal pendulum monsters. Maybe. Honestly, I don't know. Except nowadays, everything's about, you know, negating everything. Normal pendulum. What do we got for normal pendulum? Got options. We could throw in all these guys. Monster destroyed. Special one from hand. Boom, boom. What are these guys? We have a magician. Magician. But you start a card in pendulum zone, destroy it. Help as much. I don't know. I could do Adagnister. That'd be an option. Adagnister, normal monster. Pen slop. Could do the Boojin. Banish it. Target a Boojin exceeds control. Special from an extra deck. Another one. I don't think I have any of the good options that are all URs, unfortunately. Oh boy. What else could I run in this deck, actually? I'm kind of curious. I don't know. I'm literally just stalling it. I'm just like... I'm just sitting here right now. Because I really don't know what else better to do. I'm frustrated because There isn't so much back and forth where there's like a chance you think you can win. I wish they did more with the solo mode stuff, where maybe they had like an actual story mode. I really want them to bring back a story mode Yu-Gi-Oh game so you can build your deck how you want, and then you don't have to worry about other people so much as you can just worry about your own deck. But that's not the case. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just... Yeah, but my point still stands. Decks are not what they used to be, because decks are not decks. They're engines. They're all just engines. Now, what even is a deck? Collection of cards? Whatever you can put together? Decks are less about making a strong deck, so much as it's just trying to... I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't even know what I'm saying. Oh, what the crud? I didn't mean to do an extra one. Oh. Oh. Alright, I'm actually gonna do something here. I gotta go back and I gotta do some... I can't sit here and whine about what I could or could not have. But I think they really should bring like some kind of a format into the Master Duel just for fun, where you can play like older formats where certain cards weren't there, where you can just play specific cards that actually, you know, of certain ages. Like, give me an Edison format in this game just for fun. That would be fun. But no. Alright, we're back with Sprite Agents. I got Nib, and that's all I got. I got the Rock from Heaven. Kashtira! Okay, well, it depends. Is it an engine? Is it being run as an engine or a deck? Find out, shall we? Going against Ice Cabbage. Interesting name. And to be fair, all I was doing right there earlier was just stating the obvious, kind of. Yu-Gi-Oh is more about building a deck that runs multiple engines that can act independently of each other, regardless of what your opponent activates or tries to stop you from. Oh, okay. Oh no, I've seen this. Vanquish Soul. Yeah, it's Vanquish Soul. 2 Ash Blossoms in hand, adding Raisin. Wow. During your main phase, you can special one from hand. Specialing out Kashtira. They have 2 Ash Blossoms in hand. That's rough. Adding the burger. Going Nib. They have 2 ashes, the burger. As far as I'm aware, they have nothing else. Oh! Nope, they had something, alright. And frickin' Max C. Best thing I would do here is special out the other card, keep the Raisin in hand, because Raisin's like your main card starter for this deck. I guess not. And now they get to draw 2. But they can only activate one a turn, so... do. Reinforcement of the army. We're gonna add another raisin, or... oh, we add another raisin. Or... going Druid Swarm. So they added reinforcement and Druid Swarm. Sure. Sure. Well, I know what everything else that they have, actually. Cerberus. I don't think I would have done that. Activating Cerberus, you didn't even need to do that. You had Druid Swarm. Okay, let's draw. Ooh, full loss. Well, let me think here. I don't think they have literally anything else except an Ash Blossom in hand. Yeah. Ash Blossom, Raisin, and a Borg. See if they stop it. First thing they stop. Take your wires in the sky. Alright, sure. Let me think here for a moment. There's absolutely nothing I can do here. I don't think I die. No, I die here if I let them do this. I don't have anything that can literally stop them. I'll normal out. Did they not? Oh, I don't have Typhon in this deck. Yeah, they got me though. That's rough. Stopped me from getting my one-card starter. Well, it wasn't really a one-card starter so much as it would have allowed me something. Wasn't much. Actually, I don't think I could have managed that anyway. Because I would need, like, it doesn't add Venus itself. It just adds a card that can search it. So, yeah. Alright, what do we got here? Ooh! Going first. Adding Agent of Mystery. Normaling. Yeah, we're gonna normal Diviner the Herald here. Alright, here's the second combination. It's nice just to be able to relax a little bit. It is nice to be able to relax a bit. We got the Herald with the Agent of Mystery, so we can play around Nib. Special out Sprite Jet. While I still have the level 2. Grabbing Double Cross. I want to keep my level 1 starters in my deck. Then go do this. Go into this. Wasn't the worst hand. Wasn't the best, but not the worst. Target Diviner. Might be the best option. Yeah. Keep Button in the grave. Go Majesty, banish away the Venus. One's a bear on the floor. One generic Omni Negate. Set these cards right here. I could do Gigantic Sprite. Yeah, I think I will. Sending the moon. Specialing out. Sprite's blue. Sprite blue. We're gonna be adding this Sprite carrot. Then I can go Melfi. That might be an option. Or I can just sit on that. Curious. Do a lot of things here. I got, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 types of interruptions. But I think the spell one is gonna absolutely agree. I'll end it there. Not a bad hand. Not a bad board. See what my opponent does. The Void. It's gonna be one of those decks that tries to... Okay. If they get enough board breakers, Forbidden Droplet hurts me a lot. Lightning Storm. We'll go with the Sprite Carrot. Keep the Omni. Then Sprite Blue. That's one. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Engage! That'll give him another card. I can't let that happen. Go Master Flare here. Banish. Banish away Baron to Fleur. That way we still get the negate. Not great, but it's something. There you are. And I think I want to go Herald here. That's game. Another Sky Striker Tenpai deck. As one tends to have to fight. Ooh. Nice, nice. Oh. Oh, that is a good hand, though. Like a really good hand. If the Maxi goes through. Maxi here. Yep. They had the means of stopping me anyways. That's rough. My Ash here. Have I stopped the Masochist series? At this point in time, it has been foregone, yes. Welcome in, Vanstack. Masochist has been one of my, like, there's the thing. Like, Fiend, it was one of my favorite series when first starting it. But eventually, there's a point where you're like, yeah, I don't think there's much more I can do. Unfortunately. I wish there was more I could do with it right now, but at this point in time, it is not something I am currently doing. I'm trying to do other things besides it. Oh, we got ourselves a bunch of this. How are you doing, Vanstack? Vansack. Dang it. They got it off. Masochist. Okay, so the Masochist series was like one of the ones that helped me kickstart my channel off a bunch. But when I started with like really bad graphics, like very, very bad. What the crud is this? Fiendsmith, Horus, Tearlament, Snake Guy. Dude is playing literally every meta deck. Gosh. That's so dumb. Yeah. Why not play all the meta decks? Why not? You could. You can run 60 cards. Man, that is dumb. Doing great. Hope the same for me. It's going okay. It's going okay. I've been mostly focusing on schooling, which is kind of the main reason why I haven't been doing much on lines of series. I haven't been doing much on lines of videos. I am working on a couple projects, but they're like, they may not come out anytime soon. Plus, am I gonna be able to stop this though? 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay. It kind of worked out. Kind of. But really, I've been mostly focusing on school. I've been focusing more on school and relations rather than just everything else here. I also have I just haven't really been doing much. I wish I were doing more, but I've just been focused on other things. Really what it boils down to. I'm gonna use my Sprite Red. No, not Sprite Red. Ended up losing one of my Shine Balls, so that means I have to figure out a different. One, two. Lacrima. This guy, yep. Probably gonna go into Caesar. Well, actually, no. They could go into Caesar or they can go into the Reaper. Honestly, I could see them doing the Reaper. They are going the Reaper. They're a full pile deck. They are sending everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Show me the cards. We got Snow. Oh, Trias. That's a good card. They put Snow in the graveyard, and that definitely does not make things. But they were not able to send a couple things. They could just go Apollosa right here, though. So advanced deck, I've actually been playing a bunch of Master Duel lately, especially with the tournament going in right now. SP? Oh no! Probably gonna banish the try. Right? You probably are. Yep. That they are. Okay, Fairytale Snow. That is a troublesome card. Sending Sheeran doesn't matter if they send it because the effects don't matter. Effect doesn't go off. I'm assuming they're gonna try and go for an Apollosa. Castira. Earth. Well, they only have one Castira card, right now at least. Draw. Okay, well, I could have used that before. What do they have? If monsters know summon by they control, they can send 3. Okay, well, that doesn't help. They have that. They have snow. Yeah, so the Lacrima doesn't have any effect right now. The things that they have are snow, SP, and hopefully mill 3 to do a fusion summon. All right, let's go Agent of Mystery. Just play you like mid 2000s. Now you find it too complex and confusing, but you enjoy the videos. Yeah, I agree. There are some things that are very confusing, considering. I'm gonna grab Neptune. There's Flamberge. Not? Yeah, they're running everything. These guys are running everything. But yeah, I can understand what you're saying. There is a high learning curve for a lot of this game, I would say. What? Bashing out Sprite. Okay. Sure. What else do you have? Snow, do you not? Well, they have snow, but it won't matter. I probably have a means of winning this. It just depends on when they activate Snow's effect. Doing it now. Trying to get me off of all my stuff. As far as I can see. But they do have to banish. They do have to banish. Yeah, I think I do need to do some more videos for stuff, but I don't know what I'll do. Honestly, don't know what I would do. Putting it face down. Okay, well. There's my last little thing that I can do. Go into blue. What are you going to banish? I don't know. Please banish away my Neptune. That would have been funny. Banish away my Sprite cards. That's not nice. But yeah, I do. I'm glad that you actually do enjoy the videos and stuff. I don't really do as much as I could, honestly. I can't go Zeus here. Not that it would probably help, because if I did Zeus, all their effects would go off again, and then, you know, Snow can just come back. Not sure what to do here. They also do have one Shuffler with Medora. You'd have to target, so it won't help. So what do I even do? Unfortunately, I do think they got me on this one. They have all the Fiendsmith stuff available, They have tournament stuff available. We got Zombie Vampire with stuff, and Horus. Horus just comes back. There's like so many cards in their deck that should be a brick, and yet they aren't. Like, this is a brick. This is a brick. This is a brick. This is a brick. They have so many cards that are bricks in their hand if they go first, and yet they happen to have everything. Yeah, that's how it is. If only there was a way to clear the field. Fortunately, there really isn't. Yeah, I think I do just though. Because Ninja Mosquito does something, but not nearly enough. The issue is that the Sprite Starter locks me into level 2s. So I can't go into Zeus, and that's like the biggest thing I could do, but they got me on that. That's rough. Oh, that's right, let's just run every engine. Let's see how that runs. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh well. Change my deck though. Let me go over to... I mean, if people are running pile decks, why not play a deck that likes having stuff sent to the graveyard with banishing? See what happens. Yeah. The thing is, there's a couple things I do want to do more. More with Yu-Gi-Oh! More with, like, a lot of things. It's just not possible for me to do this yet. Eventually I will. Just, not yet. Biju Temple. Putting up the arm. Senjin. Shield of the Millennium Dynasty. The max is rough though. Go shield. Add a Millennium Onk. I don't think. Yeah, best thing I have is Nib. Go Onk. Reveal the 5 pieces of Exodia. Go into the unstoppable Exodia Incarnate. Gave him a couple draws. We're gonna have to hope it's enough. Alright, we got Exod, Fire's Rage. That's a board wipe. Hopefully that's enough. I don't know what else they're running. Got Spell Negate and Monster Negate. Okay. Gimmick Puppet. These guys. Okay, sure. You can only do 2. That's still a good amount. Sending those 2. This guy, when he's sent, you can add him. Good news is, the Bureau is available. I have to use Exodia here because I want to keep his other effects available. Probably have something like Triple Tactics now. Special to 2. Sea Summon. Gigantus Gall. How did I start my Yu-Gi-Oh journey? I started when Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel. In the sense that I actually started to play the game. However, I first learned about Yu-Gi-Oh back when I was in I was like a young kid. I had a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Didn't know anything about them. I just thought they looked cool. But for the most part, I think the most I had was from reading the manga, like the original manga itself. That's really what kind of got me into Yu-Gi-Oh in the first thing. Like, I knew what Yu-Gi-Oh was because I was reading the books, the manga. Then from there, I was able to figure out, like, it kind of gave me a good idea of like how the game is played. You got your monsters, your traps, your spells, and all that other jazz. And for the most part, it worked. For the most part, it worked. And the thing is, a friend of mine, he actually, he offered to teach me how to play Yu-Gi-Oh as well. And because Master Duel came out like that same year, the same month that he offered to teach me how to play, it just kind of like clicked. Like, hey, you want to learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Well, guess what? There's a new simulator that literally just came out so you can learn to play. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel was my introduction to it, and it's the reason why I am even playing it still as I am. Alright, let's rage. If that fails, we can use Nibiru. Alright, we got it. There we go. I'm sure they were aware of the board wipe, but it looks like it played off. But yeah, I started back when Master Duel started. That's really all I can say. Oh, if this guy says ban Max C, probably plays Max C. Mm-hmm. Alright, we're going second, so we still have a decent hand here. Nibiru is good. Mermail. Ooh. Alright, well, we can figure out how to beat this. Yeah, a lot of when it comes to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not what it used to be back in the day. Back in the day, it was whatever you could get your hands on. And, like, the duels, like, you would have, like, some synergy with cards and stuff. But it wasn't always the most ideal of situations all the time. Which is kind of sad. But it's still a fun game. Kind of want to also play it with other people. It's really a game that is meant to have 2 players. And if you don't have other players, it's like kind of bad. Exactly 5 engrave. Target. Special. You have exactly 5 in the graveyard, huh? Comet Shark. Go Nibiru. Block them out of their battle phase next turn. Ooh, that is rough. Hit the right leg. That hurts. Yep, that's right. Yugioh was the one who actually did introduce me to that. That's why he's the Yugioh. He's the Yugioh. Which you don't even play Yu-Gi-Oh very much anymore anyway, so it's like kind of sad. So I'm the one who actually still plays and you don't. At least on Master Duel, and more often. I do think I still lose here, though. The reason I say that is because I lost one of the pieces that I need to show in hand, deck, or face-up field. It's over here. So that actually does kill my deck. Even though I have time, I don't know. Don't have the time or the budget right now. You have the time, man. I know you have the time. As for budget, yeah, I can understand that. You don't want to spend like a lot of money in this game. You can play the game without having to spend money, but spending money makes it so much faster and easier to get stuff done. Oh, they are doing everything now, aren't they? Sends 3, puts 1 back on top or bottom. Targeting. Reina. Her. Yeah. Full dragon. They're just doing all their combos right now, even though most of their stuff is in the grave. It's not very good because they don't got the right cards. It's gonna be really tough for them to doubt me. Also, their deck is like 60 cards apparently. What the crud? Look at my hand, shuffle the card into the deck. Millennium Ankh, as if that's gonna help. Millennium Ankh can't do anything until I actually get more cards onto the field. I need to be able to shuffle back my piece, and if I can't shuffle back my piece, it doesn't matter. So getting rid of the Ankh did absolutely nothing. Going into Dragite. Oh. That's it. All this for this. I must say, that is impressive. Except, I got a couple turns. Alright, let's see if I draw any one card starter. Nope. It doesn't matter. The moment they got rid of my piece, I was done anyways. Plus, having 2 Nibiru's did not help either. Whole franchise got you through rough spots in life. That's why I send the whole game to you. I get that. I get that. I can understand that. I think I'm gonna try and do just a couple more duels. See if I can win. If I can, great. If I can't, oh well. I'm trying to get to 18, but it's kind of hard right now. Especially when I keep switching my decks and stuff. Oh, I got 2 of these. Ooh, that's not great. Go Golem. Golem. Not Golem. Ghost Ogre. Oh. Then what was that other card they had? They had something else in hand earlier. Of course they had Maxi. Why wouldn't they? Maxi, yeah, I think I need to build a deck that is specifically meant to play around the Mulch Armies and Maxi. Because special summoning is like the main way people are getting stuff out. I think I need to stop that. I think it'd be nice to be able to be like, oh, they activate these cards? That's too bad. They did nothing for you. Bestial Magnemats, huh? Alright. Tenpai. Alright. I don't know why you're doing all your effects now, but sure. I mean, it works in its own right. Yeah, I'm just gonna say no to that. Boom. Gone. Senpai. Diamond. Battle phase. I think I got this, actually. There's only so much they can do. Special it out. Go X up. Red reboots. Okay, they had something. They actually had something. Well, I'm saying there can only be one. That is impressive. Rough. I probably could have kept this in hand, not have activated any. Can't activate any more traps. Going Singing Pie. I do think they might kill me here. I think they might kill me here. No. Yep, Tenpai. Tenpai, Tenpai, Tenpai. If I didn't put up the shields, I could have probably been able to activate Exotic Effect. So he gains attack. Going to Transcendent Dragon. Change them all into attack. Oh, that is disgusting. Well, now I'm dead. They got me. Absolutely diabolical. Terrible. Oh, this guy's like level 50. Wow, look at that. He's been in all the stuff now. Kind of crazy. Oh boy. Brand new deck. Yeah. I'll put in Tenpai. Why not? Senpai, put in Bestials. Do just Magnamut and Druisworm. I need those money. Then go ahead and do some staples real quick. Do those guys. I will throw in Veloz. Throw in a triple tactics. Could do Ultimate Slayer. Yeah, Ultimate Slayer is pretty good. Forbidden Droplet is good. Lightning Storm. Throw in a Pod Desires just because I can. Gonna put in here Gekis. Nah, there's too many things that protect. Nah, you know what? I'm frustrated because somebody else's deck beats mine. But at the end of the day, they also max seed me too. It's like the pro difference, one could say. I think I'm going to be ending the stream here, though. I think I've played for a good amount of time. I got some other things I got to get done today, anyways, because I got to go and do a little bit of acting for a couple people. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know how much more Yu-Gi-Oh I'll be doing for this channel. I want to do more, but just because I want it doesn't mean I'll get it. It will happen. So, just saying. Either way, I'll be letting you guys go. Y'all have a good day. Try to be nice to people. Take care of yourselves. Until next time, guys. Take care.